Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? So my name is Devin McCrory. I am from a city called Hartford, Connecticut, and that city is a city that's been plagued with a lot of issues. One of the main issues that's been plagued with is a lot of trauma in the streets, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. So what I did was I started my own company called the Wellness Initiative. And what the Wellness Initiative does is we go out into the streets and we teach people how to use mindfulness and meditation to overcome some of the mental health issues. One of the main things that I want to gain and learn from the RZA is, how do you take something that's so abstract that a lot of people might not understand, something like mindfulness, something like meditation? How do I take that and not only bring it to people in a concrete way that they could understand its usefulness, but also how I could take that and build a business model around it? Because basically I want to be able to sustain this company and have a legacy left behind for my children and for the community. But I'm having a hard time reaching people because so many people don't understand what I'm trying to do. They can't see the vision, they can't see the usefulness of it because they haven't been properly educated on it. I've been doing my absolute best to get out there and give lectures, give speeches, go out there and have workshops, do activities for kids where I can teach them about mindfulness and meditation, but there's so much more work to be done. How can I build a business model that's sustainable, but also a business model that's going to attract people and bring people in? That's one of the main things that I want to learn from the RZA, because he did the exact same thing. You know, he brought the knowledge of the 5%ers. He brought a new style of hip-hop that nobody had ever seen before, and a new business model out there so that he could sustain his legacy, but also so that he can get this new style of hip-hop out there. He had such a big impact on hip-hop and changed it in so many ways. No one had ever seen anything like this. No one ever saw anything like the RZA before. So how can I do the exact same thing, but as far as mindfulness and meditation, and trying to bring it to people who have never experienced it before? How did you convince people, RZA, to listen to this new style of hip-hop and validate this new business model that you created with hip-hop artists? And how did you bring that to not only to the business world, but how did you bring that to the streets? There's a lot of people in the streets who may not have understood that. There's a lot of people out in the streets who may have doubted that this could even be done. How did you not only change the doubt into complete and total confidence, but how did you create a business model where we can continue to do this over and over and over again and have people still respect you 10, 20, 30 years deep into the game? That's the main thing that I want to learn from the RZA. How can you take an abstraction, a raw idea, and create something concrete and solid out of it? I call that piercing the veil, you know what I mean? Because there's a veil between what you think and what's real. And how do you pierce that veil with this idea that's so powerful and bring it into reality? And that's what I wanted to know, and that's a little bit about myself. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a good day.